Today we're joined by fitness powerhouse Zonke, who has been able to turn her passion into a lifestyle while inspiring many along the way. Zonke, how are you? Welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle.
Thank you so much. Oh, what an introduction. I feel honored to be here. Let me first take that opportunity and appreciate you guys for having me here today. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
So let's just dive right into it. So when were you able to adopt fitness into a lifestyle?
Honestly, if my memory serves me well, I'd say dating back around 2014 when I was still fresh from high school and I was trying to navigate like what really is my purpose in life. So what I did, I first started on the road and I felt like, sometimes it rains and I then found my way into the gym. And I didn't want to find myself really idly. You know what we do as youngsters, we find ourselves in intergenerational relationships, trying to afford life when we are fresh from school, or we are clubbing, or we're in town. So I found myself at the Family Life Association of Eswatini, which is FLAS. I joined a youth action movement there, and they were very giving us quite some good teachings where they inspired me to start training because they were telling us to do things that we feel passionate about, and I started training. And from there, that's when I felt like, you know what, I could use this. And my body started shaping up. I started having a bit of some abs, well, a bit of some butt shaping up. And when you just like the small steps, then there's progress. And then I just felt like, why don't I just do this as a lifestyle? And there it was. It was also good for my mental health. All right, so this next exercise that we're going to do is ball throw. I'm going to be lying down for you to demonstrate with me, and then we're going to come to you. Right, ready? Perfect. Okay, you can come closer.
Oh, closer. Okay. Wait, Mveleng Chiga, you get up. Oh.
There you go. Oh boy.
Oh! Sorry, I'm a bit slow.
You are going to be the one that is going to be throwing the ball at me. So I'm going to do it like according to your pace. Remember?
Oh,
Okay. Your own pace, not my pace.
okay.
Remember, it's your first time and we need to take it slowly.
All right.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or do I need to get up? Oh,
Yes, you need to get up. Remember, you need to at least bring your knees up a bit.
Oh, up
like
a bit.
that.
Okay.
There you go.
So, man.
So
Man,
now
chiga
we
ngiyavuka.
yes, and then you are crunching your knees towards you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Ready?
Like this.
Perfect. But
Okay.
both of them.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh my God. I'm so-
You can do it. You need to crunch
Okay.
just one. You
Okay.
need to crunch them towards you. Right. You ready? You sure?
Lunga's having fun.
Okay. Look, I can't even do this.
Okay.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Okay, wait.
It's okay. You can do it. You can do it. Nice. 2. Yes. Come. There you go. 2. You can do it.
So after adopting fitness into a lifestyle, what you can't also sense already that is predominantly infested with males. That's
Tell
how I
me
do
about it. Tell me about it.
So how were you able to deal with that? Were there major setbacks and how were you able to overcome them?
Honestly, it's actually, that's a very good question. Because I'm reminded of a time when I went to one sector, which I'm not going to mention, and this lady said to me, I started having muscles, but it was basically body definition. But as humans, we have different aspirations when it comes to fitness. Someone wants to bulk, some people want to tone up, and for me, I was just playing around with my body because I was also training for being a fitness coach. So as I was doing that, this lady said to me, I don't think you're now looking nice. And I was like, what do you mean? And then she was like, I think you're now too muscular. It's not nice for a lady to look like that. And I was like, I wasn't mad because we've been given this idea that as ladies we don't need to have muscles. And I was like, no, it's okay. I explained to her what I'm doing with my body, and she was like, oh, okay, now I understand. And then I felt like, why not just create a page on Instagram, on Facebook, my page also, and post there and just share ideologies on why exactly am I training? Because what my reasons for training are different for your reasons to train. It could be mental health for me, weight loss for you, the next person you just want to pass time. Initially, it's therapy. That's what I always tell people, that some other days it's more than just the muscles or fitness, it's therapy.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So, before me and you have started on the interview, I remember I got it wrong. I called you a fitness instructor and you were quick to reprimand me and be like, no, I'm a fitness coach. So maybe you can just tell our viewers at home, what's a fitness coach, what do you do?
Yeah, well, honestly, I did mental health and I did coaching in psychology. So what I do as a fitness coach, I have clients, quite a number of them, that I train, or rather I coach when we are coming here at the gym. I also do house calls with my clients. So what we initially do here, you come in and I'm the one who coaches you. Like, I first demonstrate, these are the exercises we're doing today, and this is how we're going to follow the session until the end of the session. We usually take approximately 45 minutes to an hour. And what I also do, I attach my clients to a dietitian that is based in Babane Clinic, Kumbuzile Dlamini, KSD. That's what she's popularly known as. Because fitness can't just go alone. You need to be training, but at the same time, you need to be eating right.
Of course. So do you have any success stories from clients that you'd like to share?
Oh yeah, I have many, and my success stories are the Instagram pages. Please, I would like to refer to those because, like I have mentioned, some other people train for mental health more than just, losing weight instantly. Because the minute people start seeing you training, they then start questioning, hey, it's all our way, let you mean, and some people can't just take that quite lightly, Some people, they're very sensitive to words, and when someone then starts saying, yet I am here because it's my therapy space, it's my sanity space. So I wouldn't want to mention names, honestly, but well, if you want to check out the progress, I have my Instagram page. I'm a success story myself. I think I looks good. I think I looks good.
Of course.
Okay, so this is how you grab your weight, right?
Yeah.
So adjust that, and then you pull it, you step back, and then you arch your back, right?
Okay.
As you're arching your back, you pull the weight down to your knees, and then you're facing up, right? So you maintain the posture upright so that you don't hurt your neck or your spine. We're good. Perfect. Okay. But since you and I are starting, we'll do 5.
All right.
Perfect.
So I pull this.
Then
Go
I back a
go
bit.
back.
There you go. Arch your
Right.
back.
Arch
There
my
you
back
go.
like
Perfect.
this. And
Remember
then,
to look up.
okay.
Down to your knees. Straight to your knees. Slowly.
Go
Up
slow.
to here. Down. You're doing very well. Trust me. Okay, come back a bit. Come back a bit. Back. Again. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Arch.
Pull it down. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There you go. 2. Let's take it up to 5. 3. 4. Keep going. Set. That's it. Slowly take it back.
Oh.
Remember, you're controlling the weight.
Okay. All right. So how then do you measure progress? Sesikhulumile ukuthi ni-tracker kanjani you work in hand with dietitian Kumbuzile, which we've had on the show recently. So how are you guys then able to measure the progress? Kubonakala ukuthi no, uyasitakala Chuki kule plan lesimfake kiyo.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I'm appreciating that you've already had Kumuzila. Okay, as you have been with her, it's part of the client going into the session and ayokala and do all this the required measurements where we are saying okay, this we usually do at least maybe like bi-weekly or monthly depending on the schedule of the client or availability, because the sessions that I do in terms of training, it's at least 3 to 4 times a week, and we don't want to also overtrain people. Like, you know, we don't want to make you feel like you are pushing you hard. At the same time, I want you to enjoy and be at a space where you know, like I'm feeling good. Training makes me feel good, and as much as we are working towards you attaining the goals of losing weight or having lean muscles, or being in a good space of mind. So we use Kumbu to just track, are you losing weight? She has the necessary equipment, your scale, and most people also, we advise with Nabubabe naso skale makaya, so that you can also track your progress as well. And nangabege you can't afford Kumbuzile or you can't afford the scale, you use clothes. Or yeah, clothes work quite well.
All right. So with all the rich knowledge that you have, you know, looking like 2014, because girl, it's been a decade and plus.
I need to throw me a parry.
Of course. So now what I want to know is, what advice can you give to someone who's looking forward to starting their fitness journey as Sakala 2025 or someone who's but I've been doing this for so long, I'm not seeing any changes. What advice do you have?
Yeah, hey, I have so much to say, but I'm gonna cut it short, honestly. I would say, you know, progress takes a lot of time to come to fruition. So I would advise that person at home, I almost say the young person because I'm always working with young people. I would advise that person to take it one step at a time. Honestly, small steps lead to bigger achievements. I didn't get to where I am today. I didn't just wake up and just got here. I had my own downfalls. You know, like looking at today, it's raining. You know, but I was like, you know what? I have to go to the gym because I have to also lead by example with my clients. Like as a Jimmy in weather, rain or sunshine or like whatever, we are here. So I would urge young person or person at home to take it one step at a time. Also maybe join a certain group of people that are training, fitness people. It helps to have company because you find yourself having people to hold on to. So having people that you can rely on, it's a good thing. And also just tapping into the reason why you really started. It really helps. And I'm feeling much better, and you need to be also trying now to track your progress, like where am I right now, what is my intended goal at the end of the day. So if you just do it without aligning it to a certain goal or attaching it to a certain vision, then it's gonna be meaningless. But you just need to keep on pushing. You just need to keep on pushing. At the end of the day, Romeo wasn't built in a day. So I would urge anyone who feels like they've started training, they're not seeing progress, you just keep on training and try tracking to see what is it that am I doing wrong, or what is it that am I not doing that is leading to me not seeing results of what I'm doing. And also seek help if it's not going well or it's not going the way I wanted. Try finding out what am I doing wrong. Rely on your own knowledge or the internet. We know we are here, we are happy to help. Yeah. Okay, so we are on to our next set. Remember, we're doing back. So right now we're gonna come here. I'm gonna show you what you need to do and how you need to sit. First, you'll adjust here. And then so that you can balance. And then you grab the weight. Right. Then you make sure you sit it comfortably, and then you arch your back, and then you pull down right
Towards your chest.
towards your chest like that, and then you maintain posture like that. Okay.
Wait. Underneath the pillow.
In.
Oh, in.
Nyata kotibe lapha.
Ngathi ku-
Sina lapha.
Oh, thank you.
Mele kukubambe ke.
Okay.
So that ngatophakama. Nyata kotingene la.
Oh, thank you.
Then I'm bringing the weight to you. Remember your grip is like this.
Oh, like this. Okay.
So I'll bring the weight to you. Right.
Okay.
Like that.
Arch
This
my
is where you are
back.
gripping.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, you arch your back, you look up, and then
Towards
you
my
pull it
chest.
down. There you go. Up. There you go. 2, take it up to 5. 3. 1 more. 4. 1 more. That's a set. Nicely done. And we are done.
Thank
Okay. You feel good. Alrighty, water break.
Art has the ability to evoke emotions. It has the ability to tell stories and help us understand the world around us. Today we're joined by a multidisciplinary artist whose work does just that, and it is none other than Kolelwa Malinga. Hey ma'am, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle Platform for the Coolest.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Oh, please just take us through your journey as a multidisciplinary artist. How did it begin and how has the journey been?
Well, I'd like to start from childhood, like most artists do. I was never mathematically inclined or scientifically inclined. Sucked at those subjects, just the sciences. But I did really enjoy drawing, and art was where I thrived a lot in throughout primary and high school. And it was mostly just a hobby that I really enjoyed up until university, where I went and studied visual arts and communication design. And it was only in my second year, I think, where I decided that I wanted to pursue fine arts professionally, because I found myself painting a lot between my classes, and it was what I actually enjoyed more than the actual degree I was studying. And that's how I ended up here today.
Of course. So then what would you say are the key elements that describe your work?
My work specifically, I'd say the key elements, to summarize them in few words, involve the female anatomy and autonomy, abstract styles or abstractionalism, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but just anything revolving around abstract work, and strong themes or unraveling strong themes with that work.
Okay, the female anatomy, don't you get like a lot of backlash on that?
Definitely, there's been a lot of misconceptions that have revolved around my work. That's definitely been one of my challenges. But I think slowly but surely, with new pieces that come out and with my continuing to explain what that work is about and, you know, change those misinterpretations, because that's what my work is also about, just changing minds and starting a conversation. Slowly people will begin to understand, or are beginning to understand, especially in the local context, because it's mostly locally where I receive that kind of backlash. So step by step, I suppose.
So what message are you looking to convey through your art?
What message? I'd say that my art usually revolves around certain themes or certain strong themes, and telling stories about those themes, whether those stories are about me, about other women. So I'd say that I'm not going to say there's a specific message that I want my art to put out, but I do want to say, like what I said previously, is that I want to start conversations. I want to have audiences to start talking about what it is they're seeing, and start talking about why that art was created for that reason, and what is that message that that art is trying to send, and just decrypt it themselves. Because there's a lot of I think there's definitely a lot of joy in hearing what it is other people have to say and their own perspectives, rather than what my own message is. I know what my message is, but I don't really like to say to certain audiences because it sort of changes what it is they're thinking, and they go towards what I'm thinking, and that's all we want. We want original perspectives, original ideas, and original descriptions of what it is people are decrypting themselves from that art and what messages resonate with them.
And I'm just sitting here and I just realized that I introduced you as a multidisciplinary artist, but I'm not quite sure everyone at home understands what that encompasses. Maybe you can just also take us through that.
I'd say in very simple terms, a multidisciplinary artist just delves a bit into everything, whether it's photography or sculpture or painting as an example. In my context, growing up, I wanted to be an animator. I love cartoons to this day still. I think it keeps the kids in us alive, which is very important for maintaining mental health in adulthood. So I wanted to be an animator, but that's still something I'm delving into, and it's not just the paintings that I do. It's the fact that I paint with different mediums and I mess around with different material. I use different fabrics. I've messed around with collages before. Photography, I bought a camera recently, so photography is something that's still in the early stages for me, but something I also want to do as well. And I do still make animations to this day, but they're still animations. And I also delve into digital art, and there's a lot more I want to do. So a multidisciplinary artist, I'd say, is somebody that just doesn't want to be held down by one specific medium, but we just delve a bit into everything.
All right, so XO, may you please just take us through your creative process, your thought process from the beginning of a certain art piece to the end, like what goes on in your head, the work, the physical work that also goes into that piece.
Well, my pieces, from my experience, usually starts from a very strong emotional impulse that I have. As an example, a lot of my work currently revolves around women. Women are in the spotlight of my work, and I resonate deeply with women. So I'll just have this impulse to want to tell a story about a certain thing, stories about African women and Black women as an example. And then that leads me to doing research, because I like to be very educated on what it is I'm sharing in my art, instead of just drawing willy-nilly. So I usually go and do research, and there's new work that I'm currently doing, and that work revolves around just Africanism and the African diaspora. So that involved me going to, exploring more of the Swazi culture. So I visited the Swazi National Museum, visited the King Sobuza, the second park. Research is a very big component of it. So I educate myself on those themes. I dig into whatever archives I can find, whatever old images I can find. I talk to my muses, I get to know them. If, say, I need a certain person to pose for me, I learn their story. And then I go into the studio, decide whatever material I feel would resonate with that story I'm trying to tell exactly. And I just start painting, and I'm in and out, in and out. So it's never a consistent process, because I need breaks from that work. Otherwise, I end up having a creative block, which isn't something that's, that's something that's good. So yeah, I just keep doing that. I'm in and out the studio until I feel that there's nothing more I can add to that piece, not until the piece is finished, because the piece is never really finished.
Of course, you've done this for a really, really long time, and I'm just curious to know, what are some of the challenges that you've gone through as a multidisciplinary artist, female and from Eswatini, in Eswatini?
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier. The main challenge I had was the misconceptions that just revolved around the kind of work that I do specifically, because there's a lot of nudity in my older collection that I just had to try explain around, and had to, because you're also just trying to sell the work, not just create it. So that was an issue. And I'd say another challenge I have that I'm still currently just trying to figure out is, just financial stuff mostly. Because when you're an artist, you're supposed to focus on the work, but you can't focus on the work without the money. But you're not supposed to be thinking about money when you work on what it is you're working on. So because it just tarnishes the creative process. So I'd say another big challenge I've had is just balancing those two components. And yeah, that's what I can say for now, for the time being.
So what can you say to equip someone who's looking forward into becoming an artist? You know, he or she might not venture into being a multidisciplinary one, but what type of advice can you give to that person in order just to give them that push that they need?
I would say, especially to the younger generation, people who want to become artists one day. I mean, this is general advice for everybody that wants to be an artist, but specifically I'd like to target those guys. And I'd like to say that there's this connotation around here that our generation is currently breaking in the creative sector about, I want to be an artist, but I can't do that because I'm from Swaziland, or I want to be an artist, but it's not recognized where I'm from. And then it's just that whole idea of how difficult it's going to take to get your work recognized and get to the point where you feel your work is being seen. And I'd like to say that the advice I'd like to give is that let's not cage ourselves and break those mindsets. I like to think of myself sometimes as, oh, that's not what I think I am, but I want to thrive to be a pivot for upcoming artists who want to do this thing. I want them to see me and think that, hey, it is actually possible. Me and the other artists who are doing something similar to what it is that I do, that I can do this. Sure, we're starting out here, Swaziland is my foundation, but if I wanted to, I could take my art to the world, or I could just stay here and help people open their minds up to the fact that art is work, art is a job, and art is something that you can live on. And sure, it's very difficult, but as cliche as it sounds, it does require a lot of patience, which is something that I still have to battle. Lots of patience and maintaining a positive mindset, because if your mind isn't in the right space as an artist, then it's just going to mess not only with your mental health, but it's going to mess with your creative process, and it'll have you just feeling stagnant and that your work isn't taking you anywhere, and that's not what we want. So that's what I have to say about that.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me again.